What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another episode of MUT Recap. It's our weekly series here on YouTube where we recap the entire week of Madden 20 and Madden 20 Ultimate Team, and we have a first time in MUT recap history moment in today's video. I'm doing this video with absolutely no notes. Every week I do this series, I write down a bunch of stuff to talk about, recap and everything, make sure I give you guys all the information, but we're going off the top of the dome this week because we didn't get any fucking content, guys. Excuse my language, but this is a very, very rough week for Madden Ultimate Team players. Just not a lot going on, and it's not good because it's not only been a lack of content, but we're coming off probably the worst promo in all of MUT 20, and that was the Combine promo. After that, we just got Ultimate Legends, and from last Saturday to this Saturday, or I should say last Monday to this Monday, the only content we got was Ultimate Legends. So we'll talk about those in a moment, but of course we're going to start this episode like we do each and every week by going over Weekend League. Okay, so Weekend League for me was a little bit better than last week. We went 10-4 or 10-3. I think 10-3. And one of those losses was a disconnect loss. So I played a whole lot better. I got my 10 wins to auto-qualify me for next week, and I got out of there. I keep expressing this to you guys. I just don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can play 25 games in one sitting, or not one sitting, but one weekend. It's just too difficult. The game makes me too upset sometimes. But I would say this weekend was pretty positive. I played fairly well. A lot of you guys might hate me for this, but literally like my last 6 games, I stayed in the same formation the entire game exclusively. I was making very, very good reads, and I'm kind of encouraged by that because, you know, a lot of these pro Madden players, I know a lot of you guys see it, right? And you're like, they just run the same plays. It's boring to watch. And I admit it can be boring at times. I personally like competitive Madden, but you know, when we have guys who are literally running the whole time, that gets pretty boring to me. But they make a lot of adjustments, and that's something that I kind of keyed in, running single back wing flex out of the Oakland Raiders playbook for like 6 straight games, no lie. And I will tell you, my passing percentage when I was throwing the ball, and I was throwing it 15 times a game, which is a lot in Madden 20, I had to be in the 85% range. Like, I was really throwing dots, and I was running some of the same plays over and over, but the hot routes that I was making, you know, whether it was with my Torrey Holt or my Tyreek Hill, who both have, you know, route technician, or it was George Kittle, I would send him a bunch of different routes. I kind of enjoyed the strategy of doing that and making reads, and it was very, very gratifying to just, you know, kind of come up with all these route combinations that just happened to work for me. So in a sense, that was cool. I still ran into some BS. 2 of the 3 losses, actually, now that I think about it, I feel like this is kind of a MUT player's excuse, and you guys probably do it all the time as well. I almost feel like I could have went undefeated because I had 1 disconnect loss because my internet dropped, and the 2 other losses were games that went into the 4th quarter. One was overtime, one was 4th quarter. They were definitely winnable. I didn't execute at the end of the day, but, you know, they were certainly winnable. And the game that went to OT was absolutely insane. It may be a gameplay video coming up soon for you guys, so stay tuned for that. All depends on if I have time to edit it or not, but I really do want to show it to you guys. Even though it was a loss, I think it'll come out very entertaining because it was just crazy. So a lot of 24-0s. I know Clef has said that he's had disconnect losses, like he keeps going 24-1 and keep getting disconnect losses. Let's see what gets us in to the top 100 with MLB The Show coming out this week. Did that pull a lot of players from Weekend League? It looks like it. We finally got some 19-game winners in the top 100. Only about 8 of them, but we're starting to see that trend happen with Call of Duty coming out this week. With their new game mode, Warzone, that's probably pulling some players away. So we're starting to get into that MUT season where it's a little bit easier, competition's a little bit less difficult in Weekend League. Maybe that's why I played a lot better. I don't know, because I'm trash. But yeah, that's my Weekend League recap. Didn't run into anything crazy. I did not run into that nickel 2-4-5 run defense one time. I was a bit surprised because I know that's like a new meta out there. So I was a bit surprised to see that. But I guess we'll recap the week of MUT. Not that there was much to recap. So as I said earlier, and as you guys probably know at this point, we didn't get much content. All we got this week was Ultimate Legends. Herman Moore, Deacon Jones were the set legends, and then we had a limited Alan Page. Honestly, all three cards were pretty solid. I'm just a little frustrated that we're still getting 97s. I hope to see that change over at some point. I want to see 98s. We got a lot of really big names. Randy Moss, Mike Vick, Bo Jackson, just to name a few. Christian Okoye. When can I get my Okoye upgrade, EA? Hopefully they're saving all of those guys for 98 overalls. Hopefully that's right around the corner. We are going to be seeing Series 6 coming up, and that's going to give us a 98 overall power-up pass most likely. Will we get to use it on some of these new legends that we should be getting soon, and will they be 98s? I really, really hope so. I still have a 97 overall power-up pass in my binder, just in case, but I'd rather some of those bigger names be 98s with the power-ups still be 99, but that was really the week of content. Let's talk about what's coming forward here. So, good morning, Madden. I'm just going to give you some notes here that I read on the internet. I didn't see the stream myself, unfortunately, but we are getting a promo Wednesday. I think we all kind of knew this. If you guys were unaware, due to the coronavirus issue, a lot of the EA staff, I think all of the EA staff right now is working remotely. A lot of them are working from home. We did have the golden ticket solos that came out Friday. That's another thing that I kind of got to talk about here. Let me know in the comment section. Do you prefer the golden tickets way they did it this year with them being in solos, or do you prefer them being in packs? My thing is, I think packs, they probably don't go quick as they did with the solos. With the solos, they were gone. There was no point in even giving us 3 solos because by the time everybody played their first solo, all of the tickets were gone. But at the same time, I really like the idea of not having to spend money and buy packs. So I don't know if there's a way they could not do the solos, but also not make people buy packs and do it that way. I don't know. If you guys got any ideas, let me know. But let me know which one you prefer, packs or solos. Saw a lot of complaints about the solos, but I feel like if it was in packs, we'd get a lot of complaints about having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to pull one and probably not pulling one. Because let's face it, there's hundreds of thousands of people still playing MUT, and there's 20 tickets, so the odds that you are going to get one super duper slim. Now back to what I was saying. EA staff is working remotely. They did say that Ultimate tickets, there's no date for them. I personally think they'll be out in May. It seems like that's most likely. We already knew a promo was coming Wednesday. They confirmed that again. Doesn't sound like there's going to be a special stream. I would say we're not going to, leave that out of the question. But for me, I believe there will probably be no special stream because all of these, staff is working remotely, unfortunately. We know that Series 6 is coming Friday. Tomorrow, likely, I will have a, how to prep, kind of guessing things regarding to Series 6. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming. We'll be talking about golden tickets in a future video as more of these kind of become confirmed. I'm just waiting for, a solid list here before I do that video. But they also said that another promo is coming next week. So I am thinking that's going to actually be free agency. The legal tampering section of the NFL free agency period has started. Franchise tag stuff's happening. Lots of players getting released. They'll be getting signed to new teams. Some people think free agency promo is this Wednesday. I think with free agency actually starting on Wednesday, there's no way for them to efficiently assign cards to proper teams and get the promo out and have the content already as that news is kind of coming out. So that's why I think next week is going to be free agency. I think this week we see something that we've never seen before. Now what that is, I have no idea, but I'm going to predict a brand new promo never seen in Madden Ultimate Team coming this Wednesday. I hope I'm right. Again, Series 6 and then another promo next week. For all the lack of content that we saw for the last 2 to 3 weeks, I really, really hope this makes up for it. I hope we see some new power-ups come into the game. I hope we somehow get back to weekly content. Not very hopeful that's going to happen, especially with the staff working remotely, but it is encouraging that we're basically, if you want to count Series 6 as a promo, we're basically getting like 3 promos in probably like a 2-week span, hopefully. All right, so that's all I really got. Let's go ahead. I failed to do this last week, and not that I've made a ton of upgrades because there hasn't been a ton of content to put on my team, but here is the squad, 97 overall. A lot of people ask me who's better, Vic or Wentz. I told you guys I was dotting people up with Wentz this weekend. I'm just a little worried, when Vic gets a new card. Of course, Wentz will probably be the better thrower stat-wise, but can Vic make those same throws with all the Eagles boosts and chems that I'm going to have on him? I hope so, because I still think, even though he's not the better passer, I still prefer using Vic just because of his speed and being able to make plays and get out of the pocket. But here's the offense. You guys already know, I need an Okoye upgrade, I need a T.O. upgrade, I need a Vic upgrade, I need a Bo upgrade. I still probably need to get Quentin Nelson over Gene Upshaw, just haven't done it. I still have a 97 overall power-up pass. I'm starting to think now probably the best move is to sell the Deion Sanders that I have and then use that power-up pass for Deion because he'll be on the team the rest of the year and then get some coins from that. But here's the defense. Waiting on an LT upgrade for sure. Patrick Willis would be really, really nice. A power-up for Jordan Hicks would be nice. Reggie White, of course, and that's really it. Otherwise, my defense is pretty solid. I'll probably use the 98 power-up pass on Night Train Lane when we get that with Series 6, which should be Friday. And yeah, man, that's all I got. That's the squad. I think we're pretty solid on coins. We put out a video yesterday on how to make coins right now to prepare itself for the new promo and golden tickets. Make sure you go check it out. It was yesterday's video. That's all I got, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of MUT Recap. Lots of content coming this week, including another episode of MUT Mailbag, so look out for that. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.